Vanakkam brothers and sisters. It is so good to see you all. May God's love and peace with you all. In many videos I mentioned that I live in California, and here in California as of March 2020, the governor of California, he issued an order that all the people in California state to stay at home to contain that Covid-19 coronavirus, and it's all for the safety of us, safety of the people. And because of this, what happened is my husband and my children, we all stay at home and we work from home, and my children, they are having this distance learning, which is online learning. So the learning is done online. So many changes happen, and because of this, we noticed that our needs and our demands changed. So the needs and demands of a person changed not only in California or USA, but globally we see this changes. So this video is about to share something that happened in this past 2 days, past week, and I like to reflect on some of the things that I experienced. So I like to share through this video. On Thursday, March 12th, my husband, he said like he has to work from home from Monday onwards, which is going to be March 16th. So he said he has to work from home from Monday. That was the time, that was the moment that we both felt that this situation is very serious than we thought, and it's going to become a pandemic. That was the first time we realized it. And so right away, like next year, I decided to go to buy some supplies, everything. So I went to the Costco. I waited 30 minutes outside the store to get into the store. So I waited in a line for 30 minutes, and all the time I didn't panic or anything. I didn't worry. I was just standing. Okay, it's good. Okay, something extra. Sometimes usually we have to wait during the Thanksgiving break, before that Christmas time, Valentine's time. So I was like, okay, let me be chill. Until I went inside. As soon as I was inside the store, that was the first moment, that moment I saw and I sensed uncertainty on people's face. So I was like, the whole time I was calling the Holy Spirit and guardian angels to give us hope. Please give us faith. Please strengthen our faith at this moment. So I was all constantly calling Holy Spirit several times on that day inside that store. And at the same time, I felt very gratitude at that moment itself, because we had a time to prepare. We had a time to prepare, not only with the physical objects, buying everything, but also mentally. We had a time to prepare for what to anticipate. So I was so grateful on that day I was calling Holy Spirit to strengthen our faith. At the same time, I was feeling full of gratitude. I went to other supermarket also on that day. So all the stores I went on that day are after the Costco, most of the shelves are empty. So like I was looking around what to buy and how I could make it into a nice meal or something for my children, for my family. So I was looking around and I saw this personal size pizza, the small pizza, like 8 boxes of pizza in the frozen section. So I was like, okay, I took all the 8, and when I turned around, I saw a lady in a wheelchair near that frozen section. Obviously she couldn't get and reach for the upper shelf, nothing. So she was just sitting there and she looked at me, and I'm here holding 8 boxes of pizza and nothing is there. So I thought like, okay, I told her, how about you take 4 and I take 4? And she was so happy, so delighted. One, she couldn't reach for the shelf, so she's having a trouble in doing the shopping in the midst of all this crowd. At the same time, she's so happy. I offered that last 4 pizza for her, and I'm taking 4 pizza home. So she's so happy and she thanked me several times and she went to a different way and I a different way. I went to the pasta sauce section. Of course, it's all empty and only two marinara sauce was there. Marinara sauce, yes. So red sauce was there. So I was like, okay, how about I grab that one, and before I go reach that shelf, there was a lady who took both a sauce bottle and she was about to keep it in her shopping cart, and I was looking at her and she was like, oh, okay, if you want you could take one, I got two, you could take one. The reason I take this one is like I really like this brand, and the brand name is actually Newman. So I usually don't look into that brand and all where for the red sauce. So I'm like, Newman's own brand. Usually she told me like usually this brand, when she buys, whatever the profit they gets and whatever the royalties this company gets, they donate it to many charities, to the shelter homes and also many charities all around the world. So she was sharing to me in that moment itself, she was sharing me that by buying this bottle she's having a feeling of somewhere this money is going into for the right purpose. So she was so glad and so appreciate of what this company is doing. And then she looked at me, when she handed over it, right away my mind changed. I feel like anyway my children, they prefer white sauce than the red sauce. So I thought maybe she should have it, she should enjoy it, and she seems to be appreciating it more than if I get it. So that is one thing I noticed in that supermarket, my experience. And yes, of course, on that day, I didn't get the hamburger bun, but I did got the hot dog bun. I was looking for the more vegetables and fruits, but I got lemons. So what I am saying is like what I learned on that day, what I like to share here is there is no point in panicking. There is no use of panicking at this moment when everything is going, when we see whatever going on out there in the world. And also like before I leave for the shopping, my husband, he texts me saying like, Reshma, buy in a preventive mode, not in panic mode, and which I followed religiously all through that day. Wherever I go, I went to multiple stores on that day to look for certain things. Yes, of course, to this day I didn't get those disinfectant wipes and disinfectant spray, but I did got a jug of bleach, which one person, he kind enough to share the recipe. He said, okay, with 1 gallon of water you could put the 1/3 of it and mix it. It's a disinfectant one spray. So yes, so all this thing, thanks to my husband who said go with the preventive mode, and which I followed it. Panic is not useful. We are responsible for containing the spread, and we are capable of emerging from it stronger and wiser. Stay safe, spread love, be positive, and take care.